It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Sound like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary political, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary political, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary political, Maiyegun don't come, this Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, good evening to you once again from wherever you are watching from. And yes, this is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun máa wí, Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary political. Maiyegun diary.
Thank you for joining me.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
This is the kind of program I'm going to do, and I'm going to have to mix it up with Yoruba. And people are going to call in, they're going to speak Yoruba, because I want to address something very, very important tonight, where we can manage, speculations and all of that in that regard. So I'm going to speak a bit of Yoruba on this program tonight, but for the sake of my audience, my viewers who are Yoruba non-speaking viewers, I can be able to carry you along. So it's going to be interesting, quite interesting. Tell them.
Lórí Facebook, and yes, we like
She process today.
Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like
I wish I'm not sitting down here and I'm actually with you in the comment section. I think some of you are making lots and lots of friends in the comment section on YouTube. So I wish I'm there. Share the broadcast. That's important. You are greeting your friends, welcome, and all of that. To the Temple of Truth tonight, make sure you actually drop your offerings before you settle down. Thank you.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o, ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í, òkúra olóṣèlú, ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í, ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í, ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti gbé.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káàárọ̀ from wherever you are watching from ní gbogbo ibikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wo Maiyegun ní time yìí. Although the writer for this broadcast says Nigeria is a weapon fashioned against us. And I think there is a prayer, a kind of a counter statement that says, no weapon fashioned against us shall prosper, which means Nigeria will not see our end. We will likely see the end of Nigeria. And, if you and I won't see that, maybe our children will actually meet a less battle, organized, coordinated, and pretty much, clearer than what some of us are trying to do now to make a sort of like pathfinders, pathfinders who are like trying to, cut the path for millions that are still going to walk through it. So we can call ourselves the parents of the generation that are likely going to live in Yoruba nation as independent people, or they will be so close to it and they wouldn't have to do what we are doing. Again, they will only have to build on it. Just like I told Professor Banji Akintoye and Professor Wale Adeniran when they were on Maiyegun's Diary Political, that we will be building on what you are leaving behind, because you have shown us, like some of my friends publicly, admitted, said, you have shown us that there are still elders. There are still elders that you can call leaders in Yoruba land, that all hope is not lost after all. So if Nigeria is a weapon fashioned against us, and the Bible says no weapon fashioned against us is going to prosper, then we can at least build on the clearer, honorable legacies of the likes of these two Babas. And that's what actually got us to take a further advancement in our involvement in reshaping, redefining what is it about Yoruba nation that the old and the new generation are kind of agitating for. How do you make more people to understand it? How do you make more people to know, after they've known all of the damages of Nigeria? You can tell them from morning till night. They know about it and they will tell you, it is getting bad, it is getting worse, it is this and that. So if you want them to embrace what we call a liberty, what do you call liberty voyage, so to say, liberty ship, definitely a lot of people need to get involved. And it is by them getting involved that we will bring more clarity into why the Yorubas should be demanding for something better, including their own nation. Do you get what I mean now? So that's how we got involved. Before now, many people, many Yorubas all over the world, after realizing the damages Nigeria have done, and also after realizing that they could ask for the best or something better than what they are currently getting right now, they are at the same time, they are pretty much like, like in the wilderness. Do you get what I mean? Where everybody is doing what they think is right. So what do I mean by that? People know about the unfair, unjust arrangement called Nigeria, and how much that has limited the progress, the growth. It has stunted the growth of the Yoruba people. Not just also, I'm a Yoruba man, so I'm speaking out, just like other people are doing. Now, as in our own case, we have saboteurs, people who have been part of that system, who are also Yorubas. Now, everybody picks it up. No, I mean, we deserve better. Now, that's how people started finding themselves. They're finding themselves in this cause. So if we say Nigeria has cheated us a lot, and our brothers and sisters, so many of them who are now old, they are now old people, these guys have collaborated with Nigeria. How do we get something better out of this whole arrangement? How do we find ourselves and team up and build enough, build enough strength on those who actually want this to happen? So people were doing their own, people in America. I am here in the UK. Before majority of them even felt like, oh, let us do Yoruba Nation. Let us do Yoruba Nation and the rest of that. People like us have been talking about it. Yes, we have been talking about the visible marginalization of the Yorubas. I have been talking about what Nigeria is doing to us, and for us still being part of that Nigeria, and at the same time getting the worst of the worst deals, which are made by those who are also Yorubas, those who are supposed to speak up. So I've always been like that, and then more people started talking about it. But what I didn't realize was that it actually opened to a kind of a new vista of unexplainable craze and madness. I'm talking about this Yoruba nation struggle. It got to a point whereby people were building cliques. You know, I'm supposed to be a Yoruba man, and wherever I hear them talking about a Yoruba nation or anything Yoruba, I should be interested, shouldn't I? And at the same time, as a Yoruba man, I should be able to also express what I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do, you know what I mean? But what I didn't realize then was that the issue of Yoruba nation struggle don't turn to cliques, whereby if you don't belong to that one, then you are not in the right one. You know what I mean? All of that. But we didn't know. Majority of us who actually genuinely wanted to see a coordinated Yoruba agenda, which is symbolic and all kind of, consensus in a way where majority agree that no, Yorubas cannot continue to take this. We don't care about all these rogues who are parading themselves as Yoruba political leaders. They are not representing us. And if we want to prove that, then we want to see more people reject them. Coordinated rejection, not factional or fractured rejection. So some of us are here, majority are calling me, Maiyegun, what do you think? Where do you think we should belong to? I say, well, the only ones I have seen so coordinated, in my own opinion, because these are the people who are really doing it. They said they want Yoruba nation, and they've laid out manifestos, they've laid out campaigns. You know what I mean? That seems serious than just talking about it. Who are they? Well, they said Yoruba Global Directorate. I think that was the name, the initial one. And that was when I got to know about Professor Banji Akintoye. Oh, I love this man. I love this. Definitely, there are indeed senior men, Yorubas, who actually are doing it. They are going to get us out of Nigeria. You know, it's quite interesting. We want to be part of it. Then something happened, and it became Milano. And Akintoye was still there, but a lot was going on because, like I said, they have fractured. They have made it kind of a clique of a thing. It wasn't all for Yoruba nation anymore, and I think that played out. You remember when they staged a coup to overthrow, in fact, they actually did say they overthrown Professor Banji Akintoye. Now, at that point, some of us who actually, not just myself, many others who actually felt like this could happen, they started kind of taking a back seat. But I didn't understand. I didn't know that as people built cliques, groups, they have turned it into money-making machine. You know why I'm telling you all of this? Because it got to a point, everything about this Yoruba nation, you know, all of that, when Oloye Sunday Igboho was no longer in the picture, that kind of died down. Unsurprisingly, anyway. Died down. And some of us, again, from the rear, we're just like, okay, what is going on? And I think I remember when we tried something, when we said, why don't we just invite them over and ask, how can we be of help? We actually, especially some of us in the diaspora, honestly speaking, we were interested. And as you can tell, anyway. But we didn't know that they've turned it into money-making machine. That out there, Ilanomo Udua, Yoruba nation, all those babas, they are just out there. Underneath them, a lot of people they have open shop. Kini mo sọ? Nígbà tí everybody sọ pé Yoruba nation ni o. Kò sẹ́ni tó fura sí pé wọ́n ti sọ di business lọ́ndà àwọn bàbá yẹn. Àwọn bàbá yẹn, nǹkan tó máa ṣe ni pé tó bá ti cook up anything tán, wọ́n á lọ invite àwọn bàbá yẹn. Wọ́n á invite wọn sínú Zoom chat wọn. So far táwọn bàbá yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀, anything, any owó tẹ́ bá ti fi pa, àwọn èèyàn ti gbà pé Yoruba nation ni wọ́n ń ná fún. Last, all those babas, they barely see quarter of those money. So that kind of built a sort of a community of distrust, mistrust. Remember I said they've already partitioned themselves on this issue of Yoruba nation. Those ones who are abroad, those ones who are in Nigeria, all they needed is, they do this, by the way, what they do is they will pressure those baba. We are working on something. So if the baba says, I need to get this or get that, people just automatically open shop on them. Now, I'm not making this up, okay? And I'm not saying that people didn't help them. But you know what happened? All those help were coming from those who probably individually have to reach out to them. When they were telling me their experience and how they felt like many people who came to say, oh, it's Yoruba nation, we are going to, you know what I mean? They were struggling to pay lawyers. They were struggling to maintain themselves in Benin Republic. They were struggling to, they have to like call people, ask, beg, and all of that. Meanwhile, on social media, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, donate to Yoruba nation, donate to Free Sunday Igboho, donate to this, donate to that. I didn't know that. I didn't know. But you know, we wanted to help. We want them to have a central purse. Okay? We know they are the ones doing it. They've volunteered to do it. That is what many of us probably won't be able to do. Volunteering, giving all your efforts, your time, including your money. Because I figured it out that if you are doing all of this, trust me, yeah, people may be giving you money personally, yeah, gift. People give me money. People send me money, PayPal, this, that, and I, apart from my own money, which is quite, contented. I'm quite contented with where I get. People still reach out to me and say, Maiyegun, take this, take that, which is all right. But people go out there to raise funds because they spoke to the babas and say, we are going to do this and that. So there was no coordination, right? And then we said, Why don't you have something so coordinated? You know, we are here. People are all over the place. We can bring them together. We can build the number. We can swell the number. We can give you resources. Tí yóò bá ń pè ní agbọ́nmágbẹ, a lè create ìkòkò agbọ́nmágbẹ fún yín tó lè take care everybody tẹ́ bá ti lè wà accountable fún. So why not do that? So odindi ọdún kan la fi dúró tẹ́ bá gbàgbé, especially on Maiyegun's diary political. And I have been so kind of, just because maybe I'm okay fi bẹ́ẹ̀, you know, mi ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ pay attention, because most of these people mi ò mọ̀ wọ́n. Until recently, tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáwọn orúkọ kan fún mi, dáwọn orúkọ kan, ta lélẹ́yìí? Do you know this person? You know this, I don't know these people. These are people who were reigning last year, Yoruba Nation, this, I don't know them. But that's good. What happened? They are not happy. Why are they not happy? Well, I don't really care if they are or not. But something led us to where we said, okay, if they are not going to take our help, fine. We know anything they are planning against themselves and what have you, they can deal with themselves. However, it is damaging because, take for instance, so from last year to this year, that's a whole year. That if they have taken our advantage last year, maybe it could have been better by now. But you know what happened? It is because of all this division. Now we go do it's like competition for them. Do you understand? And since Igbo was out, so people want to know what is going on. Do you get what I mean now? So somehow, people were able to give them their money. You were able to give them your money. And most of the money ended up in the private pocket of many of them. And that was where the mistrust came in. That was where the Baba and the, Baba Akintoye, Baba General, that is where they just feel like, if you want to do anything for Yoruba Nation, just go and do it. There's no point in you trying to call us and say, oh yeah, Baba, come. I want to do something for Yoruba Nation. We will not even see it. 2 months, a month, 2 months after that, nobody will hear anything about it anymore. Until somebody else is now saying something elsewhere. Oh, let us do something for Yoruba Nation. You know what I mean? So those Baba were like, we have heard a lot, Jare. If you want to do anything, we appreciate all of you. All of you, my sons and daughters abroad. All of you, God will, that's how Baba will tell you. Say, all of you, God will bless you. If you say just go and do it. There's no point in bringing us into anything money, because they realize that 70% of the money they said they are raising for them, a pin of 70% of that never get to them. And nobody ever explained that. So then they heard that, I say, Maiyegun don't bypass all of this cock and bull story. Number one, they are not happy with the way they are handling the legal case of Oloye Sunday Igboho, that nobody is really giving us any straight answer. They are just giving us this, giving us that. Nothing is straightforward. All we heard that then was that we are doing everything. We are working. Now, where the Kasala start to? So if you have people were messaging us like, oh boy, some people know they appeal. And I'm going to tell you, some said I should name them. I don't want to name them right now. The intention of the Yoruba Rescue Fund, I'm giving you the timeline. How did we get there? How are we going to do it? What is it intended for? And then you understand, if you see anybody saying any jargons after that, you can possibly watch my broadcast from the beginning again. You understand how we got here, okay? So we're so much like me, I didn't, me, I have sworn never to criticize anyone or any group of organization that legitimately stands up against the rotten system of Nigeria. No matter from what angle you are looking at it from, if you are completely, openly against that rigged system, right? To me, you are doing the right thing. Do you understand that now? So when politicians breaks the law and they want you to obey that same law, that they have a name for it in the legal terms, okay? You can disobey the law from that moment. So when you disagree with this fake constitution of Nigeria and the rest of them, right, legitimately, you will be my friend. So I swore never to really, even if they say things against me, if they come for me in a way, in a public way, I'm going to take it as a good thing, okay? And I'm going to use the opportunity to possibly even educate people more on why this is this. And then people can still form their opinion in any way, right? So we were pushed to that point. Like people said, what are you doing to get Oloye Sunday Igboho out? And I'm like, I am not his lawyer. I'm just like you. We want to do something, but we just don't know how. We don't know from where. Do you get what I mean now? Maiyegun, you need to do, now they push me. Now they say, Maiyegun, yeah, go. And I said, okay, if you say we should do something, then I'm going to go talk to the person involved, the man himself. And he said, yeah, please do something. If you want to do something, I appreciate that. And and then I came back to you. I said, yeah, he agreed that this whole thing doesn't make any sense. They didn't make any sense. And indeed, if we think we could make a difference, why not? And I also told you, I said that we are going to get involved. It's not to blame those who have been doing it. Because if they have not been doing it, in fact, you remember when Baba came here and Baba said, if no be say somebody did Benin report, if not because they were there or they received the report that he's been Oloye Sunday Igboho has been arrested in Benin Republic, if not because they received the report early enough, they would have extradited him back to Nigeria like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you understand that part? So that's why I said, listen, I heard a lot. I heard a lot of things. People call me to tell me about secret meetings, secret phone calls, secret arrangements, about secret payments, money received by this person, that person. Do you understand what I mean? But I now realize that people who give me all this information about what is going on inside the Yoruba nation struggle, everybody with their different faction, everybody with their own different source of funding, and all of those stuffs, right? People who told me all those things, there was never any part in time where they put Baba Akintoye or put Professor Wale Adeniro in the center of any of those. Do you understand that now? So that then makes me believe that it's actually a big racket. That some of you are only seeing the periphery of it, like the surface. So me, I didn't care. I don't really care about who they are. I don't give a damn about them. The only thing is that we are all getting our energy. Let me tell you this. So some of them may not tell you. If you see anybody on social media, apart from Sunday Igboho, yes, apart from Sunday Igboho that has proved it, apart from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these two people have proved it. They have the street credibility. They have the online, offline credibility. When Nnamdi Kanu was out there, did you see the crowd? Everywhere. It wasn't like saying, I'm coming to Enugu. No. The moment his convoy enters Enugu, the entire Enugu will shut down. You remember? Same thing with Oloye Sunday Igboho. We are going to be in Osun. By the time they entered Osun, everywhere, block. Those ones are the people who have the credibility that they get from the streets. But you look at me very well, eh? I may have 100 people watching me. I may have 1,000 people watching me. Do you know where majority of us are deriving our inspiration and energy from? The number of people that are sitting down to listen to us. So if you are sitting, if I am sitting down here now, and I have 2,000, let me tell you this, right? So that you understand the reason why some of this, I even come back to that. However, you see, some of us like this, if you have 500 people watching you, it is a different energy to when you have 1,000 people listening to you. It is also a different energy when you have 2,000 people listening to you, watching you live. And it is a completely different energy when you have 4,000, 5,000 people. So at that point, you may be feeling so powerful, invincible. But you don't really have that street credibility because I haven't proved it. I haven't been on the street and people will say, hey, Maiyegun don't come, yo, block the streets. So I don't live through that. That's why these people don't really matter. in a way. But yeah, that's how we got involved. We felt like, listen, if we want to know what is going on in there, if we want to make any difference, if we want to get people, reasonable people, genuine people who want Yoruba nation, genuine people who are ready to work, do the work or not cash out on it. Are you with me? Then we must get involved and reshape it. And that was when we said, why don't we get the legal team together? Let's start from there. Why don't we get in touch with the victims of this barbarity? Let's go into that. Why don't we just, and on. We were just doing our own. We call it intervention. At some point, I personally know that at some point we're going to run out of whatever money we put together, because it is just an intervention. It is not like this is the new Yoruba Nation campaign group, just to let people who have been doing the job never to feel like somebody is coming to compete with them. Even though, behind the scene, make I no lie you, it is dog eat dog. No joke. So immediately that happened, the first set of people who start, when I brought the idea that we are going to get involved, we need to get some money, we need to raise some money and get involved. And when you have the money, you can ask any question. Yes, you can. You can walk into any place and say, I want to talk to the person who controls this place. Yes, you can. I know how to send money. I can send money around, and it will do the job for me without me leaving my room. I won't leave this room. You can send a lot of money, some errands, and they will deliver. And I will be getting the result right here in my room. So and I think that triggered majority of them. What's this idea? What's this idea of bringing all of everybody together to raise money? Because all they saw was money, money, money. Some of them are watching me right now. Normally, this is the point where I actually feel personally angry between Martin Saba Bimi, Martin Fair, because you know what? One man joke by Latin constant, want to joke look at them. Want to joke all over the world. I want Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation. The moment Igboho is no longer doing rally, they could no longer brag. They could no longer flex. Since Igboho was in detention, they have that means everybody who wants to see an update, where is Igboho going next time? What is going to happen next time? Oh, the Yoruba, Yoruba vigilantes, Yoruba nation warriors. They have just chased the Fulani into the forest now. They have done all of this. You saw those dramas of that era when Igboho was no longer there. They disappeared. So it became really, really tough. So the views reduced. And so was the money. So who is this guy? And we know this Maiyegun. So who is Maiyegun? Now that guy where they present in English, he's a Yoruba man. Well, that you will not even know if it's a Yoruba man. They are now doubting me. I'm talking about my fellow Yoruba brothers. This is what they told me. They told me that just because we said we're going to get involved in Oloye Sunday Igboho's illegal detention. Remember, the majority of them now started saying, oh, I know him. I know him, Maiyegun. He's a one Nigerian. He's a one Nigerian man. No joke. They were doing meetings. Simply because we stay here. We just don't want to talk anymore. We want to get involved. We want to see something change. We want to see it different. Now then they started, who is that Maiyegun? Who is he? Which Maiyegun? Which they said, now one Nigerian Maiyegun. The guy is a one Nigerian. You won't believe it. They said it. That's a stage by all those Olori Brukus are watching me right now. They are my brothers and sisters. Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, Olori Bruku ni won. They are watching me. I want Olori Bruku Elebi. They are watching me right now. They started reaching out. Hey, Maiyegun, I need to talk to you. Who are you? I don't know you. Maiyegun, there's something I need to say to you about this case of, I watch your I said, what the hell are you? I don't know you. Why do you want to talk to me about what I said about Sunday Igboho? I mean, why do you want to talk to me? That's the few that managed to send me messages. But me, I didn't know that they were doing meetings, series of meetings. I didn't know that was the beginning. That was the beginning. They said it's not a real Yoruba. You won't believe it, That Maiyegun is being sponsored by Igbos. Can you believe that? They said it. Some said, I like him. He's a very, very, he's a very brilliant young man. But he's a pro-Nigeria. He's one Nigeria. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wèrè tẹ́ sọ Yoruba nation the business. Emi ò dẹ̀ wá bá yín, as in I didn't come for you. Sure you get. Emi represent àwọn èèyàn tó genuinely they want to see the impacts of what the advocacy for Yoruba nation is. Kì í ṣe ìta mama fọdún wọ́dún. Mama fọdún wọ́dún. Mama jẹra yín lẹ́sẹ̀. Mama wá bẹ́ ṣe máa jẹra yín lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹ fẹ́ máa ṣe me versus you. Ẹ ló ń pe meeting torí Maiyegun. Ṣé kò ń ṣe wèrè ló wà lórí yín yẹn? Àwọn, you see, àwa kan wà tá really ní interest tá a fẹ́ kí Yorùbá jẹ́ part of Nigeria more genuinely. And taba ni way wa, we will empower the genuine Yoruba sons and daughters. Àwọn tó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, àwọn tó wà responsible. I'm talking about real people. Kò ń ṣe ẹ̀yin wèrè tó yẹ pé ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Facebook, ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ YouTube. Suddenly, ẹ ti dẹni tó máa decide fún wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bá ṣe máa ṣe àbí bá ṣe ní ṣe. Ẹ máa decide fún ẹni tó jẹ́ Yorùbá. Ẹ máa decide ẹni tó ń ṣe Yorùbá fún wa. Ẹ ti ya wèrè. Ìdọ́ba bí ire nu yín. Kó lọ tán kámẹ́rà ẹ̀ kó dárúkọ mi face to face so that káwọn tèmi gbọ́ pé Maiyegun ṣó ti wo fídíò báyìí màá wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ gbogbo nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ ń pa wọn àtàwọn wèrè tó ń pè mí lábẹ́lẹ̀ nítorí pé kí ni wọ́n wò bóyá mo lè fún wọn lówó. Yes, there are some of them calling me thinking that they are that important. You know me, I do respect people. Honestly, I do respect people. But when people turn around and they turn good intention to whatever they want to turn it into, right? So I've turned it into, when we get to that stage, I will mention their names, okay? And I will actually tell you some of them who spoke to me. I recorded their conversation. Olórí burúkú ló pọ̀ jù nínú wọn. I better ká record nǹkan tó sọ. Àwọn wèrè tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ ńsìn tó máa change ẹ̀ tó bá ti di láàrin. Àwọn wèrè tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ àsọ̀rọ̀ míì. Báwo máa ń sọ òwe yẹn náà wọ́n ní àwọn tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ àná di nǹkan míì mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ kójúmọ́ tó mọ́. You won't understand why they are all mentioning Maiyegun. Some of you won't even understand. You will think they are saying it from the genuine heart, genuine mind. If some of them want to make you feel like they were actually trying to say the right thing, they will say, I respect Maiyegun a lot. He's a very young man I respect a lot. Now from their camp, I know all their names there. I know their camp. I know what, a lot. I know a lot, honestly. But because my intention is not to come and fight anybody, okay? Some of us don't love that our brothers and sisters are being criminalized. Some of them are being killed simply because, what do you call it? Simply because they are asking for fairness in Nigeria. So that's how we got involved. And I said, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we do this? It's okay, fine. Omo. Now, fundraiser for Sunday Igboho, oh boy, everybody lost it. Oh. You know me, I like not to speak too much. Some of you are laughing. This is a serious matter. I hope you are following the key points of why I am telling you this. Okay? I need you to follow it too. That's how I got involved in getting funds to get involved in the legal detention of Oloye Sunday Igboho. And rightly so, as a Yoruba man, with Yoruba friends, with Igbo friends, with Hausa friends, with everybody who love Maiyegun in the Temple of Truth, we got involved. And somehow, if you go to Odo-Ogbolu now, in Odo-Ogbolu, my hometown, the day that they released Oloye Sunday Igboho, people were calling themselves, Maiyegun don't free Igboho. Maiyegun, Maiyegun don't free Igboho. Maiyegun and his friends, they said, our lawyers are going to strike by Monday. By Monday, they release Igboho. Now, that didn't go down well with some of these guys. Remember, immediately we announced that we're going to get involved. We're going to raise money. We're going to la 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 la. They started calling me. They started calling themselves. And sadly, they started pressurizing the Babas. Can you believe that? They started pressurizing them. Hey, Baba, you know we are already doing this thing. This is, you know. We don't care. Now, we say, all of you come together. Come together. When you come together, we identify what everybody is doing. Online, offline. You know what I mean, right? We identify them. We acknowledge them. We appreciate them. But if you are smart, in fact, you will become Maiyegun's friend. Honestly speaking, you won't be Maiyegun's enemy. Because you see, the concept Maiyegun is bringing is like a free flow of funding towards whatever you want to do. As long as you can keep account and give well, that may be a problem. Some of them, like Banji Akintoye said, they said they were doing GoFundMe. We didn't know that they are doing GoFund yourself. They were funding their pockets. So if you actually genuinely support Yoruba nation, you should just anywhere you see me, you just embrace me and say, oh, Maiyegun, I love you. I love you. Honestly, because I am pretty much the idea that makes it easier for you if you can keep account. We want to see me in my own word. If people say we will need to go to Ibadan, and when we get to Ibadan, we need to meet citizens. I'll be like, you know what? What is going to be your logistics going to Ibadan? If we get 4 of us, if we enter Ibadan from Ijebu-Ode to see, calm down. You don't need to break your bone, break your head. You see, the fact that you are volunteering to even go to Ibadan, when you can choose to go and do something else that is probably beneficial to you directly, then you volunteer and say, I'm going to go to Ibadan because of Yoruba nation. And then I say, okay, so we are sending you to Ibadan. Now, we want to give you the logistics for it. Don't make it hard on yourself. How much do you think will be enough for you going to Ibadan? Maiyegun, will be 4. If we get like 100,000, me, I won't question it. Why is it that about 100,000? You know why? It's because, to me, if that is something that is make it worthwhile of you going, now what you bring back from that Ibadan, now they pay for. It is not what you spend going to Ibadan. Whether you stop somewhere, all of you now stop somewhere, they drink a sewu, and me, I'll write it down. Chief Toto Akinyele, this. 100,000 naira. Logistic for trip to Ibadan. Purpose to meet with this and that. Result, they came back. You know what I mean? That's how me I work. Now where people they work, now where then they shop, workshop. So I don't have any problem with you if you are in any way getting anything for yourself for volunteering to publicly promote the Yoruba nation advocacy. I don't care about that. But what we are saying is this: if they are smart, they will grab this opportunity. But they are not smart. You know what happened? They started pressurizing the Baba. This person. But I think what finally broke everybody's back is that I spoke with the Baba. Well, people started calling them. Listen, it's not me, Now people started calling them and said, hello, Baba, Alano. There is this young man that we want you to meet. He is Maiyegun. In fact, they said all of that themselves when they came here, Abi. They said all of that. And then surprisingly, nobody called them to say, Adam Maiyegun is a thief, don't trust him. No. They couldn't call because they have no idea that some people have seen bigger picture, clearer and bigger picture of the concept of bringing people together to support one cause, and they put their money behind it. You know what I mean? So some people within Yoruba land, not be all of them be Lano Duao, but majority of them, they have direct contact to Professor Banji Akintoye. It's quite shocking. When Baba said, oh, I've never spoken to him before. Oh, yeah, Baba, we've spoken before. I brought you onto Maiyegun's Diary Politico to ask, how can we be of help? And you told us then that you will come back. You remember? But it doesn't matter anymore. So people started telling him about Maiyegun. And so, Baba, who is this person? Who is that boy? Who is he? I mean, we know some people in London. They said they were raising money for us. The money we no see. The result we know here. Which one is another one called Maiyegun? Because, Baba, Monyo. Maiyegun. Baba, wo. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ Maiyegun. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ Maiyegun lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa mọ Maiyegun. And I'm talking about people who actually fund and support the movement with their own money. These are not people raising money. Oh. These are not people raising money on social media. Oh. These are like those ones where we say they are the, they are the people who believe in Yoruba nation. And at the same time, they still have affiliation business-wise with Nigeria. So they are not publicly saying Yoruba nation now. You know what I mean? But they are like this with the issue of Yoruba nation. And they have been the one managing to fund the legal deeds, the welfare of Baba, their travel, their this and that. When me and you, they wait for breaking news. What did Baba Akintoye said? Baba Akintoye said, breaking news. Baba Akintoye said, but nobody knows how Baba Akintoye is feeding. Nobody knows how Baba Akintoye is taking care of himself. 87 years old man. Nobody, not many knows, only few. They're like, Baba, egbodo mama yegun ke. Ọmọ kan bí 1 million. Olóòótọ́. Ó wà sincere. Ó wà straightforward. Ó wà transparent. Ó wà this. Ó wà that. You know, like they said it to all of you. I hear them. You hear them on this Maiyegun Diary Politico. Egbodo wa Maiyegun ke mo Maiyegun ni o. You need to feni lati mo Maiyegun. And so then came to know Maiyegun. Well, fine. I have to speak to them. You know me. If I speak to you in private on something so quite important, you're actually going to likely appreciate me more than my program. Like, I get to talk to people on the phone, and they're just there like, wow. I'm not trying to flatter myself, and I'm also flattering myself. If I don't sing my own, if I don't tell you my own story, do I want somebody else to always say them? So people get kind of, you love my conversation if I have the time to chat with you on the phone. And that's exactly what happened. You know what they told Baba? They said, Baba, I'ma need láti lo template tí Maiyegun lò yẹn. Because kò kí ń ṣe owó yẹn gangan ní issue, Baba. Ideology tó wà behind there. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation yìí, ó ti so slow down láti ìgbà tí wọ́n ti mú olóyè Sunday Igboho. Ṣùgbọ́n like magic láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan àbọ̀ ńsìn, Bàbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ Maiyegun àtàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ Yorùbá tó ti kóra wọn jọ, ó wà signal ńlá ni, Bàbá. Nírú moment tá wà yìí, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ mọ Maiyegun. That was how. I said, okay, Baba, we started talking. I mean, there's no story. If I want to help, I will ask questions based on where I could help. And then I will ask questions where I'm just going to offer my own opinion and advice. And then that's me. But because we already said something about doing something about their welfare and all of that. So even me, the day they said that they want to talk to me. And these guys behind the scene, they put together the meeting. It was a big thing, right? So they finally get a hold of me. And I agreed to speak with them. So before that meeting, you guys have already empowered me before I receive any. So the validation, the kind of support I get on Maiyegun Diary Politico, they are so strong. The support I get on Maiyegun Diary Politico, they are so strong that some of my friends believes that we are actually a movement on our own. Do you understand that? We are like a movement on our own. And what we can do, or what we are capable of doing, even us, we have no idea. That's to tell you how much we have in stock. But you know, when you told me that, oh yeah, Maiyegun, yes, that's a good idea. We can help. We can support them, the welfare. I say, okay, fine. Oloye Sunday Igboho is out now. Now we are not going to be paying 10 million, 20 million or more to a lawyer. That's how much we were prepared for Oloye Sunday Igboho's illegal detention case that we're bringing up that week. That's how much I was prepared. I don't know if all of you are prepared. Then no, that was how much I was prepared. We can spend up to 100 million naira. Whatever it's going to take, we will shake everywhere. Oh, fine. We are not going to need to do that anymore. Igboho is out. Okay, let's talk to the people who actually made that happen. The people we've always wanted to support and help, only if they have a central account that we could be of help. But that didn't happen. So I walk into the room of the conversation on WhatsApp call that day. On my right hand, what I can do to help them and help Yoruba Nation advocacy worldwide. On the other hand, I was coming in with a package that says, this is not a bluff. What I have on my right hand with what we can do to help and bring in more and more reasonable, genuine Yoruba Yoruba sons and daughters into this cause. Get them interested. Get them committed to it. You see, this thing I have in my hand is not a bluff. The one I have on my left is to tell you that if you would allow us, we are willing to pick your welfare bill for March. And they said, okay, that's amazing. I said, can you tell me what that your welfare package will be? They told me. And I cleared it because I got a mandate from you. Nobody has scolded me for doing that, have you? I don't think anybody has sort of scolded me and said, why do you have to give them the money like that? No, because I didn't sleep and wake up and said, oh, I'm just going to give. No, it was the mandate I got on Maiyegun's Diary Political, and I went there and everybody loved it. People said, I loved it, Maiyegun. Oh, God bless you, Maiyegun. And at that moment, everyone on that call believed in the capacity of what Maiyegun represents. I represent the invincible lovers of justice, liberty, and freedom, and they will do anything to support the same cause. And that's why they say an injustice to one is an injustice to all. And with this mindset, I am able to bring everybody together and say, well, I want us to do something in this regard. And then here we are doing it. Then they said, oh, we love that template, Maiyegun. You know what, Maiyegun? Can you do something like that as transparent as what you are currently doing? Something, a template that can make it for a bigger platform for Yoruba Nation. This is not Ilanomo Dual. This is not Yoruba Global Directorate. This is not any other group that's currently calling meeting because of me. They are calling meetings because of me. Can you believe that? This is going to be a central fund that as long as you are for Yoruba Nation. And you know one thing, everybody knows that, or even as much as many of them are putting themselves in different groups. I don't know if some of you have read the Nina's jargons that Nina's shared earlier today or late yesterday. Anyway, some of them who have identified as different groups in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, all over the place, everybody's, it is always saying, now we be the correct one. That one is saying, now we be the correct one. You see, one thing I found is that they all agree that Professor Banji Akintoye is the leader, the Alano of Yoruba land. That is the Alano for the Yoruba Nation. He is the leader. Do you understand that now? So they agree. So to me, that's fair enough. If you then want to say your intention is for Yoruba Nation, listen. Listen. You are for Yoruba Nation. You have your caucus, Abi. Now you have your whatever, Abi. I don't care who your allegiance is to. But if you are genuinely for Yoruba Nation, do you know you can still continue to raise funds to support your own program? Because you're not going to do it for 100% for free, or else you're going to stop soon. Do you get what I mean now? If there's no proper funding, which is what happened to the media, they call them the media warriors. Everybody became media warrior when Oloye Sunday Igboho was out there. Yeah, media warrior, we are this and that. And then immediately Oloye Sunday Igboho disappeared. I mean, from the scene like this, the source of funding dwindled and dwindled and dwindled and shrinked and shrunk and shrunk until it stopped for so many people. But Igboho is about to come out. It's not going to be business as usual. Because, I know the push to get myself involved in something. Now, people, they recommend me. Do you understand that? I don't beg to be noticed. I don't seek attention from anyone. Most of the time, I am actually, I don't know the name, but when somebody is so terrible, he can remember a lot of things, but I am so terrible remembering names. Initially I thought, oh, well, I have problems remembering names of English names, Scottish names. Then I realized that my mind is just not there to cram your name or get to remember your name. So I'm so terrible with that. Somebody who doesn't even remember. I don't remember names. And I can say your name in a minute. And if your care is not taken in another 15 minutes, I may actually not remember what your name is again. Right? So people make recommendations. That guy, that Maiyegun. Maiyegun, can I talk to you? Maiyegun, can I speak to you? You know what I mean? That is who I am. And that is why it is easier for me to be so neutral. And I can sit like this, like a eagle, you know, just like an eagle. I just over around. And I can, at the same time, pretend that I'm not seeing what people are doing. But yeah, people got the name. Maiyegun. That Maiyegun. That Maiyegun. Because there are many Maiyeguns. You don't see them. They are here. And they said, we love what you offer, what you are offering. In fact, what you are offering is unifying. It simply means it is kind of similar to what we are also planning. That was what Baba Akintoye told me. He said, we are already planning to set up what we called Yoruba National Fund by Ilana Odua. Do you know why they wanted to set that up? It is just to stop all these Awala Joshomolu, all these people that are suddenly turned to fundraiser for Yoruba Nation. The Baba said they don't see the money. How can people then be mad that Maiyegun raised money and they can see the money? That should make you feel proud and say, wow, I'm so proud of you, Maiyegun. People have told me that anyway, that they are proud of me, and I know they mean it. They all meant it. So that's how it should be. You shouldn't feel offended. The money says, it didn't say Maiyegun's money. Now our money. And as it is our money, when we want to spend a penny from it, we'll talk about it and say, hey, guys, I gave ₦1 million for so and so. You're not going to see anybody else say, Maiyegun, what kind of nonsense? You know, no. Because it is Maiyegun in a way. So the idea that came with, that brought this is just the idea to say people can come together, put their resources together. A central funding source of income can help all of you, especially all of you who are on ground. Why can't you see that? If you see anybody living abroad, that is telling you any jargons about the intention of Yoruba Rescue Fund, the name is vague in a way, but I think that's what they wanted to call it. So that's what we're going to call it, Yoruba Rescue Fund. If you are in Nigeria, normally you should not have problem with it too. Because you know what? That money, majority of that money is for you. I just want you to know that. Because your activity, your campaign, everything is right there in Nigeria. It's needed more. The other part of the resources is going to go into ensuring that those who are running the Yoruba nation struggle from all angles, they never run out of money. And Baba Akintoye was like, wow, I like this. it's not really hard to check what did Maiyegun do? What did he do differently? I didn't do anything differently. I didn't do anything special. I just do it a little bit different. Strict with it and don't let people run over you. People say, you know what I mean? No. That's what we did. And I said we can do it the other way. And that is for those who are genuinely promoting the self-determination struggle for Yoruba nation. So Baba Akintoye now said, Baba, you will need to come on to Maiyegun's Diary Politico to have a chat with us. And at the same time, because I didn't apply to come and raise money for Yoruba nation. No, I didn't call you to say I want to raise money for Yoruba nation. No, I didn't. It was the people who are in the know of the financial constraint, of financial difficulty that the struggle is suffering, and how many people have suddenly become spokesperson for Yoruba nation, this and that. Everybody just they do their own thing, including lawyers who, in these whole cases concerning Yoruba, it's a pot of mess. And they said that maybe if you try this Maiyegun's template, if we can keep that trust, faith, in a way, we can use that to get all our people back on track, and even more and more money. The more you have Yoruba programs, Yoruba nation programs happening all over the world, all of that stuff, well coordinated, and there are people designated that will be traveling all over the world. They will be making so many diplomatic moves behind the scene. All of these things, once they start, they can't stop. So you need a source where there is a regular source of funding for that. Maybe say somebody go raise money and say, hello, hey, wala deba itori Olo, kini gbogbo ele báyìí sí, ogbeni yóò gbé call. That kind of thing. So people can run a self-determination campaign like that. So, but Baba, you will need to come and say it to everybody here. You will need to come and tell them that you want Maiyegun, because some of them were already telling me, hey, Maiyegun, hello, Maiyegun, what happened is that kì í ṣe wọ́n ni bàbá ń bá wí nínú fídíò wọn yẹn. Ẹnìkan báyìí ló ń bá wí, ẹnìkan báyìí ló ń bá wí ní London. Kì í ṣe wọ́. But ọmọ tí mo kàn máa sọ ní pé Maiyegun, mo fẹ́ kó try kó pe bàbá, kó explain fún wọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe, kó explain the reason tẹ́ fi ń ṣe. Ẹ sà, ẹ ti insult me. Mo ti feel like ẹ ti insult me. And at the same time, ẹ ti insult Baba Akintoye fúnra wọn. Kí ló dé tí mo láti pé Baba Akintoye torí mo ń raise owó legal aid tí àwọn èèyàn raise lórí platform mi? Why? Tó mo ṣe láti pé wọ́n máa explain for anybody. Ta ló jókòó síbi kan tó sọ pé kó sọ fún Maiyegun yẹn kó wá explain? Mo bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní àwọn nípa pé ṣé mo pé insult ni ẹ ti insult mi o. Lójú yín sì ẹ advice mi nìyẹn o. Kí n lọ mú phone, kí n lọ pé hello sir. Yes sir. Èmi ni yes sir. Orúkọ mi ni Maiyegun sir. Maiyegun. Èmi ni mò ń jẹ́ Maiyegun sir. Yes sir. Láti Scotland sir. Mo ní kí n pè yín ní sir pé mo kàn jíjọ́ kan ni o. Mo kàn decide láti kàn ṣákan raise owó. Mi ẹ má bínú pé mi sọ fún yín sir o. Come on. That's such an insult. Ẹni yẹn get message yẹn ni no, mi ò mean ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo kàn ń wò pé no, I don't owe anybody any explanation. No. If there's anything I can do for you or for the Yoruba nation generally, I will continue to do that in my own private capacity. Please don't insult me, because I am not a member of Ilano, which is something that many of them now took. They took that to, I think they took that to Alano. He's not even a member of Ilano Modu. I'm like, and so if I'm not a member of Ilano, I'm no longer a Yoruba man. That's what I told her. I said that we were to Walori. They, like I said, turning it into their caucus. Are you our member? Meanwhile, within them, they have different factions too. This one will tell you this one belongs to this group. Now this group be original. Now this one betrayed this group. Me, I don't give a damn about all those mess, right? Because some of us are more interested in the marginalization of the Yoruba people, and that something should be done. Something must be done, and it is not going to be a business. So if anybody sees the vehicle of making that happen, getting involved, making a difference, right? Charlatans are pure charlatans. I won't weary. They are watching me right now. After this broadcast, maybe now 11 o'clock this night, they will start their Zoom meeting. I won't weary. They are there, they call themselves, they will go there. Yoruba Nation. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlànà yìí, lórí àwọn àǹtí wèrè kọ̀ọ̀kan, gbogbo wọn has everywhere, they are everywhere, all over the place. Jay, you get me now? So anytime bú mi ni mo ń sọ ọ́ ẹ̀yin wèrè tẹ́ ń bú mi yẹn ní enough confidence kẹ́ dárúkọ mi. But ẹ bá ti wà láàrin ara yín bí tẹ́ ti ń ṣe kùṣẹ́yẹ ṣorí bú yín yẹn tẹ́ ń pè meeting tẹ́ ń ṣe dago 12 òru, meeting tí ò ní láárí, kò níbi tó ń lọ. Everybody ń tọwọ́ bá po ara wọn ní pickpocket. Everybody ń wo báyìí tẹ́ bá ṣe meeting wèrè yín tán lórí Zoom. Ẹ tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pẹ̀ra yín lábẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ tún ṣe lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ another meeting lórí WhatsApp group meeting. Àbí ẹ̀yin ṣe kọ́ nìyẹn. Àwọn wèrè wọn lọ mẹ́jọ mi sáàrin wọn. Àwọn àǹtí àgbàyà kọ̀ọ̀kan wà láàrin wọn, àwọn àǹtí òṣì wọn wà ń bẹ̀, àwọn ìyá òṣì kan wà láàrin wọn, àwọn bàbá wèrè kan wà, àwọn táyé wọn ti rún sí London, ọlá Yorùbá Nation, àwọn náà wá ń ṣe àgbàlagbà lórí social media, wọ́n ń ṣe bí àgbàlagbà. Àwọn àgbàlagbà ẹnu àgbàlagbà lóbi ń gbó sí àgbàlagbà wèrè wo ẹ̀yin lébi. Ẹ jẹ́ má yẹ ká máa dárúkọ yín yet. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká dárúkọ yín o. Because it will cost me anything láti dárúkọ yín o. There are some of us who genuinely believe that Yorubas are being shortchanged. Do you understand that? And some of us want something done. Do you understand? It is not a business or anything to anybody. They long pay meeting. Can you believe that? Baba Akintoye láti wá sí baba ẹ máa wá sọ bínú because àwọn olórí burúkú elébi ń sìn olóòlómọye bí tó ti ń pè Maiyegun o Bádéró Olúṣọlá o ẹyẹ o ẹ̀yin wèrè. Na them self group together àwọn náà lọ sínú Ninas. Yorubas are not part of Ninas anymore. Do you know that? If you see any Yoruba man inside Ninas parading himself as a Yoruba member of Ninas, àwọn olórí burúkú yẹn nìyẹn. Máa ga dárúkọ yín o, mi ti dárúkọ anybody nsìn o. Mo mọ Yorùbá sọ gan o, mo lè sọ Yorùbá tí máa sọ kò gbá yín bẹ̀ yẹn sìn. Tẹ́lẹ̀ mi inú yín máa wò pé èmi ló ń bá wí. Èmi ni Maiyegun sọ̀rọ̀ sí lórí program bẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ ti ya wèrè mà. Ẹ ṣọ́ brain yín kẹ́ ṣọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu yín. Àwa kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ó ti yé yín sìn. Wọn èmi tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bóyá lè gan máa jẹ́ kí mọ̀ sí mi bínú bí tó bá wà because àwa kan wà tó yẹ pé àwọn oṣù káàǹkárá yẹn ṣe yẹ àwọn oṣù káàǹkárá tó ti gbó yẹn òun lọ fi jó wa lẹ́nu ní kékeré akàn ṣọmọ re ni ṣọmọlúwàbí pé ṣé you get. So the point I'm making ni pé lábẹ́lẹ̀ o pẹ̀lú gbogbo goodwill good gesture gbogbo mind ta níyì o. And for you to know that pé mi ò make it up o, the reason why I'm talking about this is that mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn máa gbọ́ mi ni. Intention wa òun ni pé báwo la ṣe lè build on the number, the Yoruba. Thank you, Jare Olaniyi Olajide. So I said, Baba, àwọn wèrè lẹ kó jọ sí àwọn wèrè ló pọ̀ jù náà àwọn tẹ kó jọ síbẹ̀ yẹn o. Gbogbo bọ́dẹ̀ ṣe ń pressurize yín fowó. Gbogbo ẹ̀ lámọ̀ o. Gbogbo yẹn ń fún yín lọ́rùn, gbogbo yẹn ń try láti fi orí ẹni wọn pe lọ́ọ̀yà lè wọ́n pe tọ̀hún kó máa fún wọn lọ́rùn fowó. Ẹlẹ́mìí adé wọ́n lè ná àwọn fẹ́. Àwọn people yẹn wà so athlete àwọn lórí burúkú tẹ̀ ń rí lórí social media majority wọn lọ ń gbó lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá 80-something years old yẹn. Can you believe that? How could you sit anywhere and pick up a phone and call that 87 years old man and say, Baba, I need 100,000. Baba, I need 50,000. They are calling old men for money. Àwọn tó yẹ kó máa fún àwọn bàbá yẹn lówó. That's Yoruba, you know, Yoruba Nation the business for majority one. So, but there are many of us who genuinely want something done. And we saw that genuinity in those Baba. And we expected that those of you who are young people around them, you are not going to be scavengers, scroungers, people who tell them lies. Pressure. But thank God that they were able to handle it. So I told them, Baba, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé weight yẹn kúrò lórí yín. Let's save you all the stress. He said, how? I said, I'll tell you. We can take you all the stress away from you. How could these people, some of them are that useless. So, old people, 100,000, 50,000. Some of them have already started calling Baba. I want to office. You want to get office. DSS. If not 10 million naira, office. Because they realize that, if I say Baba don't eat gold mine, then say now only one phone call Baba had with Maiyegun, and Maiyegun don't pick up the bill. Just like that. If they even embrace that, you know what they did? When Baba came here and he said, go fund me, go fund Sakpo. For every day, Maiyegun to change the game. So that this in you or your conyo, I mean, that shouldn't stop you from still making whatever you are making from those who still gives you money and all that. But it is should it be to buy or Yoruba nation lo wa fun to show yensin. The next time to back pay Baba Akintoye, to back pay Fowo. Baba Akintoye máa sọ fún ẹ pé kó lọ pe ẹni tó wà ní in charge Yoruba National Fund or Yoruba National Fund, which is going to be in Nigeria with you, everybody there. If you dey abroad, they call old people for Nigeria for money. That's how terrible some people are. Imagine people here in the UK, they are calling these old men and telling them, Baba, I need lati fáwọn lawyer, I need lati, Baba, I need lati wá bá ṣe lè rówó. The moment they realize that Maiyegun is raising money, Maiyegun is talking to Baba Akintoye, or more, if you know the pressure they have put on the man. And as they are putting the pressure on the man, the Baba is picking up the phone, calling me, trying to explain one or two things to me and say, well, we need to do something. I said, Baba, I said, lejeka gbewe tiyen kúrò lórí yín. If anybody bá ti pè yín sìn fún owó or anything, ẹni kó lọ pè Maiyegun. Ẹni kó lọ pè Maiyegun, ẹni kó pè Maiyegun kó lọ gbà lọ́wọ́ Maiyegun. That's how they are. Sunday Igboho is in illegal detention. And when he tún pè Sunday mọ́bẹ̀ pé kó fún wọn lówó, Sunday Igboho is still calling outside, asking people to help him, give them money. Ibo ló ti ń ṣerú ẹ̀. And all of these things, so gbogbo ẹni mo lórúkọ wọn. That's the point. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbowó owó ìlábẹ̀, owó ìdákọ́lẹ̀, owó gbogbo nonsense tó ń béèrè yẹn. It was just like a, draining pipe. I said, Baba, ẹ jẹ́ gbé weight yẹn kúrò lórí yín. Tẹ́ bá wà okay pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Wà okay pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ pa mí. Old men. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe. Nígbà tí mi wà ń bí lálẹ́ àná tí mò ń ṣe fàájì mi. Tọ́pẹ́ Ọlágbájú, thank you very much for that, Jare. Exactly now, some said we are movement. Maiyegun yẹn, sorry, Maiyegun, nǹkan tí bàbá sọ ni bàbá ní pé, wọ́n sọ pé ọmọ kan, Maiyegun, ó ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kan, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ òun, wọ́n ṣe ìnáwó ní bàbá, mo lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ o, tó bá jẹ́ yẹn o. Lórí Maiyegun's diary political, wọ́n love Ìgbòho dákú, àwọn èèyàn like Ìgbòho dákú. Kọ́ máa gbọ́ ni o. Kọ́ máa gbọ́ wọ́n máa dìde. But wọ́n ti ń dìde lọ́tún, wọ́n ti ń dìde lósì, wọ́n ti ń dìde níwájú, wọ́n ti ń dìde lẹ́yìn for the past 7 months. Wọ́n ò résì dídìde wọn. Wọ́n ò rí. Somebody is saying, yeah, let us support, let us do it. There's this, you know what I mean? But wọ́n ò résì ẹ̀. But láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ kan, takọ̀ sọ ìgbà pé ọmọ àti anybody tó bá rẹ̀ ní tó bá wà involved nínú pé kó di Ìgbòho mú síbẹ̀ yẹn kó má jáde. Tó bá jẹ́ pé a máa dárúkọ wọn, tó bá jẹ́ pé a máa wá báyìí máa gbé àwọn fúnra máa, you know what I mean? And underground, they were calling. No, Baba came here and said, okay, Maiyegun ló máa dúró in charge kíní báyìí sìn yàn. You know what they did? Ọmọ wọn lọ wọ́ bàbá yẹn ni o. Gbogbo báwa ṣe wà lórí Maiyegun's diary political lánàá. Àwọn àtìláàwí, wọ́n pera wọn jọ. Mi tí ìfẹ́ dárúkọ wọn, but some of you probably know them. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ń wò mí báyìí. Ọmọ wọn lọ pera wọn jọ ń lọ wọ́ bàbá yẹn ní ṣá. Bàbá, wàá lè máa ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. They called the old man, they said, Why would you just go and give Maiyegun that kind of responsibility and all, as if to say, what do you call it? Yoruba nation currently, the Yoruba nation struggle currently have a platform, and that platform is where the platform to generate fund. That platform is now where Baba Akintoye now said, Maiyegun, my son, you want to go ahead the department, you know, that kind of a thing. They went to call the old man and said, when they called the old man, they did not invite Baba Adeniran. They invited the old man alone. And you know Baba Akintoye, okay, everybody started saying, how can you do that? Emi fra mi sọ fún ọ. Anyway, Emi fra mi náà sọ fún ọ ní ṣé ti ro dáadáa ṣá. Because ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tá fẹ́ lọ ṣe yìí, nǹkan tá fẹ́ ṣe yìí. By the time tó bá mature, by the time tó bá come mainstream, kò yàtọ̀ sí pé ẹ ti fi Maiyegun jẹ governor external reserve àbí foreign reserve Yoruba nation. Do you understand that? It's a big thing. Especially road dada, you will see. I want to pay Baba talk pay me. Tí wọ́n decide pé no Maiyegun yìí ni ṣe, Maiyegun yìí ni ṣe. Especially road dada. Èmi ò ní problem o. Because ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí tẹ́ sọ pé we trust this Maiyegun. Kì í ṣe pé torí pé owó yín máa sọnù abẹ́ anything o. But Maiyegun lè become so powerful. Chai. Maiyegun can become so powerful for so many people's comfort. Because it's a simple thing. Governor, foreign bank, foreign reserve for Yoruba nation. That is something powerful. It simply means if you want to do anything reasonable, meaningful, substantial about Yoruba nation in any part of Yoruba land, you just have to find your way to get somebody who will give an approval to speak to Maiyegun. That's a very powerful position. Even billionaires, they will respect me. Oh, I'm not joking. I'm not going to give you a figure so that it doesn't look like I'm talking about something very big, massive. I said, Sheti Rodada, because some of you, you will just wake up one day and you just see the balance and say, and then you will see me in my jalopy. I don't buy a new car, by the way, so that in case if you see me driving another new car. So I'm just waiting for the people who go buy my old one so that I can balance up and I can get my new car. So that when you see me in my jalopy, I say, is that not Maiyegun? So that's him. Now Maiyegun be that. Is it the one driving that? Oh boy. Hey. People won't know that this guy, waiting this guy, they manage. He is managing resources of a nation. I said, because they knew I am somebody where they follow book to book. I know they get emotional when it comes to unaccountability. I know they get emotional with, you know what I mean? Why do you said no to? I said no because I felt like that doesn't make any sense. Do you get what I mean? So I said, now you gone, we want go there. You are young, and with what we know about you, we don't wish that you fail. That means we have a long time to benefit from whatever you have to offer. I said, okay. Oh yeah. And they came here, they said it. They didn't hide it. I love them. Now me can't get the responsibility of coming back to say, okay, this is what we have. It is better for you as a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman to embrace it. It is not just the money. It is the connection. It is the, the attachment that you give to it, which is your commitment. But I've achieved here. So to baje pe loto Yoruba nation. Then support all of you. If tomorrow Baba Akintoye call me and say, Maiyegun, forget that thing, my son. Don't worry, don't do this and that anymore. Baba, they got to you. Okay, no wahala. we have another because I'm a Yoruba man, am I not? We will still intervene, and that will be us then or decided. But you see, this one we will get from Banji Akintoye. It is a mandate that he himself was so happy to give to us on Maiyegun's Diary Political, which me, your chief priest, Temple of Truth, Maiyegun General. Some said I'm a field marshal, so many names anyway. One the number one, a lion with gun. You know that thing? I am the chief priest of the Temple of Truth. The mandate I have is that we will raise that fund. Yes. We will. And we encourage them, every one of them, who are genuinely, I have not started accusing them based on what I know. All of them, where they do Tifnumbu in the morning, Yoruba Nation in the afternoon, and then Atifku at night. We know all of you. 2023 is coming. We know many of you who are also positioning yourselves as the middlemen. Say, say I'm a Yoruba Nation. Egbo yen wa aba won sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn wa náà ni èèyàn wa ní Tinubu, ẹ má worry. Yoruba Nation la wa, ṣùgbọ́n egbo yen ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Those of you where they do middlemen. Yoruba Nation in the morning, Tifnumbu in the afternoon, Atifku at night, the following morning, Yoruba Nation. Now, we know all of you. I don't really care that you all have to survive the way you found worthy. It doesn't matter to me, but don't see this as a competition. Don't see this as a competition, no. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu tèmi náà ò dá o. Ẹ má yẹn parọ́ fún yín o. Mo lè máa sọ òyìnbó, máa sọ jagbajantis mọ́ra wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ tí yẹn sìn. Èmi náà ò lọ́rọ̀ tó dá lẹ́nu. Mi dẹ̀ mẹ́ni tó kì í really sọ̀rọ̀ sí. You get what I mean? So mo yẹn sọ fẹ́yàn kọ̀ọ̀kan nu yín pé ẹ má da òkúta sí inú ìrẹsì wa, ẹ má da òkúta sínú gàrí wa. Tàbá anybody yín tó gbégbá Yoruba Nation títí ẹ̀ tó ra ń ta lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan, tó ń fún ní tọ́rọ́, tó ń fún ní kọ́bọ̀. Tó ìgbà tó yẹ pé wọ́n lò ní ilé iṣẹ́ ẹ̀, ò ní láti jábọ̀ fẹ́ ní kankan. Kò yẹ kí lè kẹ́ lára ọ. Pé o ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù Yoruba Nation, ṣọ́ọ̀bù kíọ́sìkì sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n ti ń pawó. Suddenly, wọ́n kọ́ dẹ̀ gbé shopping mall dé ni. Wọ́n kọ́ dẹ̀ gbé shopping mall ńlá dé sádùúgbò ni pé, oh yeah, anything Yoruba Nation, enter here, shop am. Ẹ wá ń bínú. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ bínú ṣílẹ̀ kí abẹ́yẹ máa gba shop síbẹ̀. Because at the end of the day, gbogbo àmájọ wà nínú big mall yẹn ni. Ìyẹn lélẹ́yìí o. It's big out, very big o. Bàbá Akintoye, Bàbá Adeniran, Professor Adeniran said, that the advantage of, in fact, I think that's not what I wanted to pick on. There's something Baba Adeniran said about our number. But when I remember that, I'll come back to it. So that's the idea behind Yoruba Rescue Fund. So instead of all of you some of you turning it into competition, reach out to me, talk to me. Don't be afraid. Are you with me? Except if some of you just don't want to acknowledge it. Enita balaba, owone baba, araba, owone baba, enita babalaba, owone baba. Mo lè kéré jù báyìí lọ say àwọn tó ìjọrí mo lè kéré sí àwọn tó pọ̀ jù nù yín. Some of you gan lè bí mi lọ́mọ. But when it comes to this particular talking and exposition and the rest of that, I'll be veteran, which means if you probably think that Maiyegun is, well, I know you will never say Maiyegun is a pushover anyway. But Yawiri. Maiyegun is a pushover. Of course, you will never say that. But what the point here is that our intention is very pure and very, very straightforward. Okay? Very pure and very straightforward. Our intention is to get so many people interested, attract them to the Yoruba Nation campaign, get them professionals. I have a lot of professionals on Maiyegun's Diary Political, honestly. professionals, retirees, pensioners, men, women, aged. I have the statistics and I'm always like, oh my God. I've got people, the majority of the people on Maiyegun General political, their ages started from 34, between 34 and 75. Imagine, Mama 75 watching Maiyegun, Mama 90. Mama will send me a message and say, hello, on WhatsApp, Maiyegun, I am 90 years old woman. I'm a pensioner. I say, Mama, hello, WhatsApp. Hey, Mama, to try. Am I, like in my own, I would say, Mama, you have the time to sit down and watch Maiyegun. I watch you all the time, mommy. Mo máa ń wo ẹni gbogbo ìgbà ni mo dẹ̀ máa ń ṣàdúrà fún ẹ. 90 years old, 80 something years old, 70 something years old. They sit down there comfortably and they listen to Maiyegun. Do you understand that now? So we have the real people here, professionals. So we want to continue to attract them, get them involved. Let them give the struggle they face in America, in the UK, in Europe, all over the Europe, in UAE, Arab world, there in Asia, everywhere you are. Let's begin to attract responsible people that will say, Omo Yoruba ni mi, Omo Odua. And this time around, I stand for the Yoruba nation. When you begin to attract them, then you begin to build a bigger, wider, professional, all-inclusive, all-inclusive. Let me share Ronnie. And they say the dreamers are leaders. I dream. I love dreaming. And then you can call me anything. Joseph Walala and the rest. Trust me. Bye. I've already dreamt about them anyway. So some of them are not really surprising to me. I just feel like, I knew what I'm going to be or what I'm going to do. And now that I'm dreaming something bigger, maybe in a year time, I may sit down here and I may become people like big men. They'll say, maybe around that time, I don't chop up better than this. And they say, you see that guy, where did your screen? That is the foreign reserve governor, for unofficial foreign reserve governor for Yoruba nation advocacy. What do you mean by what do you mean by foreign? I'm a foreign reserve governor. You see that guy? That guy and his team. That guy where they talk on your screen. The guy they sit down top over 5 million pounds, and God knows how many $1 million that are in the reserve for the Yoruba nation struggle. So that's what I'm telling many of you. This is a campaign for independence of a country. It is not social media or this noise making brickbat everywhere. Some of you may be enjoying it, but we need professionals. We need intelligent people to join and explain the concept of a Yoruba nation to everyone that needs to know. We don't want to be having a Yoruba nation conversation with our fellow Yoruba brother now. And the next thing, you don't want that. You don't want somebody who is going to say, why are you not supporting Yoruba nation? And you're like, because I don't understand it. I don't want Yoruba nation. And then the next thing, they will start fighting you, arguing with you, abusing you. We don't want that. When it comes to this kind of advocacy, we want people who can hone it. We want people to hone it. And we cannot do that if we turn it into a business where everybody just making hunting and all that. Okay. I know some of you may not really like that. However, it has not helped. It is not going to help. So therefore, we must change course. So that is my own. Normally, I would take calls, but I am going to. Okay, I'm going to take calls. Then let me take few, and then we can call it a night. But give me a moment. Let me make myself tea. Yeah. And I will come back. I will continue. I'll take calls when I get back. Anyway, bear with me. first caller tonight. Hello there, ma. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think I'm sorry. I didn't. I didn't bring you to life. So, hello, ma.
Hello.
Kalema. Báwo ni o? Yes, ma.
Iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe ni ẹ máa ṣe lọ. Ẹ máa ń wo sí àwọn oníjìbìtì yẹn o. Ṣé rí lára àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn? Tí wọ́n ń sọ kọ́tùnkàntàn yẹn? Ó lè ní wọ́n torí pé wọ́n àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ náà Ọlọ́run ti dínà mọ́ wọn ni. One of them tí mo mọ̀ ó polongo lórí platform ẹ̀. Ipe lórí ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kan báyìí tó sùn tó jẹ́ ọmọ polytechnic tó dẹ̀ sùn tójú tó dẹ̀ di arọ. Ó dẹ̀ bá polówó ẹ wo kò dáwó kò fún ọmọ yẹn lówó nítorí pé èmi kàn mo kàn fún ọmọ yẹn èmi náà ṣàṣe tèmi tí mo lè ṣe fún ọmọ yẹn. Mo ní èèyàn báyìí tó dẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kínní kí ló wá dé tó tún sì ní ìdókun ó ní wọn kó fún ọmọ.
Àdìgbà bá dúró nǹkan tí mo gbọ́ táwọn èèyàn ti ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn kan wò kó bí èèyàn dáadáa ni wọ́n gbà tó ń lọ lórí Facebook.
Ìkọ́ni àwọn obìnrin yẹn tó stop GoFundMe yẹn ni. Ṣẹ́rí iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe máa ṣe nìṣó. Àárọ̀ pẹ̀lú yín o. Your platform is a platform of truth and your weapon is truth.
Right.
Your weapon is truth. And there is nothing they can do for a righteous person. And God is always with somebody who is righteous, who is truthful, who is faithful. You are faithful. You are truthful. You are open.
Thank you.
I'm one of the 70s woman in my 70s.
In your 70s, that's one of my top fans. Mama Niel, over 70. I have almost 90 years old viewers on Maiyegun General. Thank you so much for the support.
Everybody on the platform. Please, I want all of us to please continue donating so that this Yoruba Rescue Fund can come to reality in Jesus' name. God bless
you so much, ma. Nice. Now let me take another call. So I have another person on the line. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. It's Wali Walata.
Walata.
Yeah, what's up, Baba? Yes, Baba. What's up?
How you doing, Baba? Kilombo.
Yes, not too bad, Baba. Just a quick one.
Please.
It's just that I just want to say to you that, Baba, no worries, I beg. Because it's not only you that they've been accusing like that, They've accused Koiki many times. And, I mean, wherever you guys have got this thing from, I don't know, but I envy you
they
guys.
don't accuse me of anything, no. They have not, They are just saying that how could they give him that power? How could they give Maiyegun is not one of us, Baba. Why would you go and give him that kind of, why would you do that? And I'm like,
Baba,
what is wrong with this?
This is how they always start. This is how they always start.
Well,
when you know that they've graduated from it's a gradual process. So when they finish from one, they will go to another step. So if they don't win on this one now, they will start bringing something up again.
Try something else. I see. Well,
yes, so Baba. Baba, we did, Baba. Ma worry. I did your back anytime, any day. Oh, God, nice you one, Baba. Nice one. Nice one.
Walata. That's a friend there from London. So I have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Baba.
Hello,
this is Bobo. Oh, God. I want to make we my probably maybe if you could remember, I made mention of what I watch on this man's Jimmy Boy. The man said, only kilo data shimama barawaja when we are all sorting for the same cause. So, and I said, or pure mathematics, we still arrive at the same answer if at all you take different routes in solving the question. So, somebody hold a position or they give somebody a position. This is how it starts. Yoruba.
Because it won't take much we can ignore them. That's another thing. We can ignore them. But me, I want to see something where everybody is actually in this together. If genuinely they are actually for your nation. But time will tell.
That's how things should. That's how things should be. It doesn't matter who held one position or the other, or who is holding a position or the other. I know you said it, but
I mean, position, but today they just feel like hey, like you know what I've been talking about.
But it's not how. Yeah. I know. Oh yeah, the pipeline.
Baba Akintoye should have picked one of them and say, "This is my son in whom." You know what I mean? So they are not happy with that. They are like, okay, even if you are going to do that, you need to also send some of us to go and work with him, Maiyegun, to monitor him. He was like, monitor Tani, Maiyegun. If corrupt here, Abi. That's what Baba told them. Endorsement.
I watched where the Baba was saying that so many of them have trying to raise one on GoFundMe, and they were funding themselves. Baba, just keep up the good work and continue with they are all distractors. So I just forget about that. Just continue, Baba. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jare. Nice one.
Have a very.
Let me get another one. I have another caller. Hello.
Just continue, Baba.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, ma.
Oh, see how collect the idea.
Okay.
Mo kàn ní kí n fẹ́ sọ fún ẹ.
Yes, ma.
Sórí gbogbo eléyìí ariwo ọjà ni. Tí a bá lè rírú ẹ mẹ́wàá Yorùbá nation tá a bá dúró tán kò sí ìṣòro. Ààrẹ banking and finance as well. Then olóòótọ́ dẹ̀ rí ọ̀tá ìlú ni. Ibi tí wọn ò bá ti rí nǹkan láti grab in pretense pé àwọn ń jà fún orílẹ̀-èdè, they won't be happy at it. But like the nature of our job, ẹni tó wà strict, òun ló lè ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. And whosoever tó bá fẹ́ dìde pé òun fẹ́ gbé ogun tiẹ̀, gbogbo àbí ọmọ gidi tó fún ọmọ lọ́yàn tí ọyàn náà ò dẹ̀ pa àwọn ọmọ náà á dìde ogun sí wọn. In the mighty name of Jesus, èmi Hannah ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo àbí ọmọ tó mọ bí wọ́n ṣe ń rọ bí ọmọ, bóyá wọ́n kọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé jáde ní àbò bí fúnra rẹ̀, tó dẹ̀ fún ọmọ lọ́yàn tí ọyàn yóò pa. Tó bá fẹ́ dìde ogun sí ẹ, àbí dìde ogun sí Kóìkí, ọ̀run á gbèdè.
Àmì to that.
Màjẹ́ ṣáà máa ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ lọ, ariwo ọjà ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Thank you so much, ma.
Ariwo ọjà ni. Kàn wò wọ́n bí kíní tó fi ń pọ́líṣì bàtà what is it called? Planet tó kàn fi ń
toucher àti brush.
Exactly. So it is well with you, darling.
God bless you, ma. Thank you so much, and you too. Thank you very much, ma.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so there, I have another person on the line, one of those who are working behind the scene, and they are, hello, brother.
Hello, good evening, my.
Good evening to you, Baba. How are you?
How you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? How's family?
I'm very well. Good. I'm still here, I can't complain.
And hello to the comrades.
I know.
And I'm saying hello to the comrades in the building as well.
Say that again. Who is that comrade in the building?
I said this Tunde from SA.
Oh, I know that's Tunde. Oh, so sorry. I should have picked that. Tunde from SA. I didn't know you. I thought you were still like adding some extra hype to it before you get to that part. But that's Tunde. Everybody, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, go on, please.
Yeah, I was saying hello to the comrades in the house as well.
Hello to the comrades in the house. Go on, Prof.
Yeah. Olori Puruku no Maiyegun. Oh, Baba.
Honestly.
Olori. If you know your Omutari coming today from SNU. Now we lot Hawaii. Kò sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ kankan mọ́, kò sọ̀rọ̀ ká máa bára ká máa fọ̀rọ̀ táwa ọ̀rọ̀ fẹ́ àwọn àbọ̀sọ̀. But ó tọ̀rọ̀ ni. Do you know if I said something a long time ago? The road to liberation, there's no room for sentiment. No. I said it.
You did.
And about a few days ago, I also spoke about some suggestions. Remember that suggestion I made that day? You know, some people, when they liberate you, they feel like you hold them. Imagine, they think that Baba, my own is just as long as we in the temple of truth.
I mean, we are behind you. That's why I decided to explain how did we get here. We did not just wake up. We are not even like, we didn't even say we want to raise money for Yoruba land, did we? We were just doing our own thing, and they felt like, wow, how did you do that? Can you do it this way in a bigger way? I said, well, why not? It's just the same template.
Let me tell you one truth. I'll tell you one truth. People know you, Baba.
They do.
Even Nanja, they know you. I have a friend that called me today that said, well, I come and listen to Maiyegun. What times don't you start talking to me now? Because I used to share your YouTube.
So he's hearing you. Tunde from SA. Tunde from SA. Apart me sorry, so how did he hear you?
That's what I said. I said, don't copy YouTube Maiyegun. I used to share the YouTube on my WhatsApp.
Right.
So everyone on my WhatsApp would see it. So I think he saw it from there. So he copied it and was watching. So I was like, that is one man who WhatsApp Maiyegun here. Maiyegun no. And she go and listen and do your research. I won't say more than that. Then I will educate you later when you are ready to be educated. We had a very robust discussion today. Because I think it's one of those Buhari idiots and Buhari idiots.
Repentant Buhari idiots. But she ain't repentant Boko Haram. La repentant Buhari idiots.
So all our Maiyegun, we are behind you, Baba. It's a fault. And honesty, truthfulness, don't get it by. Transparency, don't get it by. Accountability. If you can't do that, that means you're not for Maiyegun. You are just
hibernating here. There are people who are just hibernating here. Once the season is over, they move and they come back next season and say, we are back again. I've been watching you for 5 years, yet you don't even have a clue of what Maiyegun stands for. That means you have not. You've just been hibernating.
So, Baba Akintoye sọ̀rọ̀.
Tọ́ba padà change ẹ̀, wọ́n máa padà sọ fún wa pé Maiyegun má dààmú ara ẹ̀ mọ́. Àwa gan busy lórí Maiyegun's diary political. Gbogbo alámọ̀.
Àwọn náà ní kọ́tà fẹ́ ṣe awareness wa a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí àtẹ̀síwájú lórí ọ̀rẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So iṣẹ́ wà ńlẹ̀ tá a máa ṣe ju gbogbo orí burúkú tó fẹ́ máa ṣe yẹn lọ. Iṣẹ́ wà ńlẹ̀ everybody máa ṣe. Kọ́kúrí burúkú kókó ṣì.
Èmi fẹ́ kó yẹ pé 2022 yìí I want to see a situation whereby we will all be receiving invitation and we'll be choosing which of this one I should go to. Should I go to the Yoruba conference in South Africa in May? Or should I just go to the one in London in the middle of May? Or should I just go to the one in America in June? Or should I wait for the one in August? I want to see that happen. And I know this is going to require a serious organizational, acumen. And you need the resources to do these things.
Exactly. We don't need this kind of rubbish artificial distractions, because these are shameful distractions, for God's sake. We don't need that. We've got a lot of job to do, Maiyegun. Please, Baba, let's carry on. We are behind you, comrades. And I trust my comrades in the house. They are behind you.
That's a comrade Tunde saying hi to the remainder comrades in the house. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh, this is my first time of calling.
Oh, is it? Your name?
My name is Victor from New York in America.
Bless you. That's a Victor from New York. Please, Victor. Yeah. First time caller. You are meeting us on a kind of different conversation tonight, right? And I bet.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm really happy. Sharing. We'll find it very difficult to understand the way our only with the situation of things in that country. Yoruba. Only so Maiyegun is on this side trying to make things right. On that one, try to go against what you are doing. It's really, really ridiculous. Sorry, it's very, very funny. Very, very funny. This our people. I just pray that God will be with you, and I'm very happy with what you are doing. Very supportive. I've been watching your program for a long, long time.
Thanks.
And I pray God bless you and your family.
And yours too. Just thanks so much, sir.
Keep going, and God with your strength. Nothing can stop you. We are in this.
Thank you. I love that. You know, we have nothing to worry about other than we have nothing to fear other than fear itself. So fear will fear us once we identify our own fear. That's my own belief. And you know, nobody's a saint. I told them, I said, I'm not looking for saints. I don't want people to feel like they are being watched and all of that. Do you have intention of getting this, you know, this social message to our people? Then we will support you. Yeah. We have other means of getting the message across to the people as well. You have the message, another means. That one have another means. Let's coordinate that means, and in a way that it will make a serious passage. But not many are actually seeing that bigger picture, honestly, Victor.
Nobody's exactly. They are not saying it.
Do you get?
Mm-hmm. So with all these things, we should work together. We just the more that I should share like my debut as soon as possible.
Do you get but primary target I'm looking for a day where Yoruba professionals, they will take up this Yoruba struggle from their different bases all over the world, right? And once they become involved, we can only imagine, Baba.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be unstoppable. Look at this petition now. Mm-hmm. My family in Nigeria, I give them, you must do this. Make sure you share it with your, make sure you do this. I make sure they do that because we have to start from somewhere.
And it's not really painful. Talk, no action.
No, I really want to go home. I really want to feel my home. Mm-hmm. I'm not comfortable over here. It's just a lie.
I can't survive, need to be sincere. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Baba. Yeah, you have a good one, okay? Let me take another one. I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
My name is Oladipupo. I'm calling from Manchester.
Oladipupo from Manchester, sir. You are live, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's my first time of calling, and I was able to get you. In fact, my nearly 5 years old boy loves you so much.
Oh,
that
bless him.
Doing naughty things in the house, and you play Maiyegun. He behave himself.
God bless him. So thank you so much. So what's his name? Sir?
His name is Timmy.
Timmy. Oluwatimileyin. Great. So, Timmy, this is Maiyegun saying hi to you. Timmy, when you wake up tomorrow when Daddy shows you this, just know that Maiyegun said hi. Right. So, the woman. Shotilosu.
He's just there. He's just playing around.
He's actually next to you. Anyway, I will let you have your part today, sir. Oladipupo.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Even me to go clear, you've done extremely well, and you made us proud as a Yoruba race.
That's right.
I want people to know that Yoruba has been in existence for more than 1,000 years, and we have in history that we've been persecuted. Every now and then by the Fulani and this all of that, So the people can go and check Bishop Ajayi Crowther and saw what happened to him. He was kidnapped by Fulani slave raiders until he was delivered, by the royal guard. So, but now that we have this kind of front now to deliver us from the Fulani and from all other unions, that doesn't make us the people that we are. So we are all in full support of you.
Thank you, sir.
To lead us, and we will give you all the counsel and advice, as brothers, and we all watch ahead and do a great and wonderful thing. It's a network.
Thank you, sir.
It's going to work. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much to that. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. So that is Sir Oladipupo from Manchester. And then I have another caller before I round it up. Yeah. Hello there. Hello. Oh, what's the problem? I think it's the connecting and all that. So please, before we go, you should remember or never forget to give your own offering. We are over 1,400 earlier, but only 500 of us probably think they should leave their own offerings there. So I'm going to say, if you are still watching me, you should possibly just do that, drop that your offering, like the video. That's what I'm saying. Like it, share it, and subscribe on Maiyegun General Political if you have stayed this long. So I have another caller. Hello there.
Yeah, Maiyegun Kalem.
Ekalema.
Maiyegun Osha. I've never this angry tonight. Well, it's okay. It's needed.
No,
and I'm so glad.
Do you want to tell me why you are angry, man? I'm not
but I'm glad we're already Obinu because so Babino thinks then you did not realize how they crushed Koiki and if the guy has not been strong, he won't be. But the thing he had is that
never hear from him again.
Yeah. So I'm so glad that because they are so little-minded. I don't know this type of people. They are so narrow-minded. I don't even know. Because I keep saying, who are this category of people? How did they come? Opportunists in one thing. Yoruba, we are going along with them because they show their faces. But we are beginning to see whether they are even saboteurs. Do you understand me?
I'm with you.
So
move away.
So when you get pull it down. You will begin to see that these people are maybe they are just there to sabotage everything we anybody make results. So we have to ignore them and put them in their place.
We'll put them in their place.
So we know.
Yes.
And you are not said, don't think people have a back on because the word says your gift will make room for you. The somebody gift.
That's true.
And there is a force working with us in this thing. Forces here go private. More. So it keeps pushing that. You see, at the time, I come integrity. If they've had, would have been the one Baba will now say you are this. So you have the gift, and the gift you have made to you, and you are an asset even to Yoruba nation. So we've been how long we've been saying put up and just an account.
Give us something central. We don't care who is controlling it. We just want to make sure that we put something somewhere for you and you have access to it. And we continue to see the wonders you are doing. But they never came up with one. Baba called the logic when he came back. So so they now rise again to pull it down. So we've been seeing that there is a force working but the force working with us is even greater than they. Greater than exactly.
So, see yourself as an asset. Don't even say we are making it all no more weird today. Then that is where you and God is with you, we are with
believe.
you.
Thank you.
Yes. Alita continua.
Victoria Asata. Oh, got you. I like that. Mama Aluta. That's amazing. So, yeah, I'm taking my last call, okay? Because of my
Hello, Baba.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. All of us can hear you as well.
Baba. Baba, ẹ máa bá ṣe yín lọ. Ṣé rí àwa Yorùbá ẹ̀? Ṣé nígbà tí ẹ fi gbé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn, a ti mọ̀ wípé wọ́n máa jáde. àti mọ̀pọ̀ máa gbé gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo wọn opportunist ni gbogbo wọn bàbá.
àwọn kan sọ fún mi ọmọ kan táwọn èèyàn kan sọ fún mi àwọn yẹn nípa pé lánàá nígbà tí mo bẹ́yàn kan sọ láwọn ní Maiyegun ó tiẹ̀ yà wọ́n lẹ́nu pé ó pẹ́ tó yìí pé in fact ó yà wọ́n lẹ́nu pé wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa fi mí ṣe fídíò wọn yet mo ní oníbọ̀kan táwọn fìlà yìí ni pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé somehow pé mi ò kọjá ẹni tó lè wò pé àwọn fẹ́ drag o but wọ́n mọ̀ yìí pé Maiyegun yẹn ń ṣe ẹni táwọn kan lè lọ́rọ̀ lu ẹni à o.
kò tí dìgbà tẹ máa dárúkọ tó bá ti dìgbà tẹ máa dárúkọ àwọn èyí tó bá wà ní London bí ní bàbá ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́jú dájú bàbá ṣáà ti àti jìyà tó ni.
àti jẹ́ tó.
wọn ò dẹ̀ gba Nàìjíríà lọ́sìn kọ́ lọ máa campaign fún Tinubu
níbẹ̀
kọ́ fà wá sílẹ̀. kí ló ṣàwà àgbàlagbẹ̀dẹ̀ làwọn pípù yà àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n wọ́n dẹ̀ wà ní UK bí wọ́n wà London wà nílùú òyìnbó bí ara wọn yìí náà ni wọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká gbòmìnira wọ́n fẹ́ máa bùgá sáwọn ará Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ. pé àwọn in London àwọn ọlọ́mọ máa pò wọ́n pé when I came to London in 1970 and when I finished in University of Ibadan I came to London we are the you know where in Elephant Council in Bond Street àwọn ọlọ́mọ máa pò wéwèrè ní pé when I security làwọn kọ́kọ́ fi
ojú wa ni wọ́n ṣe construct the Elephant and Castle. You see, I was there when they started a metro from Bristol to. I said, Baba, pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀ Baba Bristol. How far?
Mo program kan Baba ní ìyàwó onítìrì ìyàwó Baba Abíọ́lá. Nǹkan nù wọ́n tún try láti like ridicule woman ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lórí show.
àní mo ní ti bá ní kí n máa sọ you see nígbà tí mo sọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí mo sọ pé wọ́n ní clique wọ́n ní group wọ́n ní caucus.
wọ́n ní clique
àbí àwọn caucus wọ́n yẹn if you don't really belong to the oyensin tiẹ̀ ti há nìyẹn bọ̀ wọn ò rí bí kankan fi Maiyegun sí àtọ̀ ìyàwó èmi ní box.
nǹkan tí ṣe rí àwọn tó wá ń ṣe program yìí nǹkan tẹ́ mọ̀ ní wípé àwa kan wà àwa wọ̀nyí àwọn kan wà pé àwọn kan wà pé wọ́n comment àwọn míì wà wọn nǹkan mọ́kàn wà ń wò yìí gbogbo yìí la wà ń wò gbogbo yìí Yorùbá ni wà náà Yorùbá lẹ́ ń sọ náà gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹlòmíì ti pupa ẹlòmíì ti bóra nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ẹlòmíì ti chop up bàbá àárín gbogbo wọn ẹlòmíì ti chop up opportunity ni gbogbo wọn ẹlòmíì kàn sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ni kò mọ mínì Yorùbá pátá gbòmìnira ẹlòmíì
ò lè dá mo dúró sórí program kan báyìí fún 30 minutes kò ní kó explain bí Yorùbá ṣe lè gba independence àti nǹkan tó wà way of pé a lè ṣe.
they will just be ọmọ kan máa pariwo ẹlòmíì bàbá máa ẹlòmíì nínú ó ti forúkọ Ìgbòho ó ti yẹ pariwo wá torí pé like àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ojú wọn ti náà ti jẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn yẹn ó rọra ń sọ nǹkan míì àsìkò orí nǹkan míì sọ mọ́ gbogbo wọn àti tó wà náà ẹlòmíì kò lè jáde sí òun fẹ́ ra mọ́tò kọ́dáwó mọ́tò fóun òun fẹ́ pẹran o.
àní wọ́n sọ pé àwọn èèyàn máa ń dá owó wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ìgbà táwọn èèyàn ń gist mi ẹ̀ wọ́n náà èèyàn máa ń dá owó tí wọ́n máa lọ fi ṣe prayer lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí lórí social media.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
wọ́n máa sọ pé à ń raise owó fún prayer ó dẹ̀ wà important gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló gbọ́dọ̀ dá owó yìí ó wà mọ́ ní lórí Yorùbá nation kí làwọn èèyàn sọ ọ̀kan dìbà ìtorí ọ̀rọ̀
bàbá wọ́n ń dáwọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ owó ẹran owó ètùtù gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń dá pẹ̀lú
owó ètùtù owó ètùtù lórí Facebook God damn it man nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ no wonder tó ń sọ pé àpé Maiyegun yẹn Yorùbá wọn Nàìjíríà ni ẹ jẹ́ ká sòótọ́ mo láìkí kan tó ń ṣe obìnrin lẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n sọ pé mo láìkí Maiyegun yẹn ṣùgbọ́n wọn Nàìjíríà ni kò ń ṣe Yorùbá kò ń ṣara wa wọn ni
báwo ni Maiyegun ṣe gbé wọn Nàìjíríà just because pé Maiyegun jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ gbogbo
mo ti di wọn Nàìjíríà torí pé wọ́n pè mí pé kí wọ́n bá wọn ṣe fundraiser fún Yorùbá nation mo ti di wọn Nàìjíríà like that I mean it's crazy isn't it. mi ò gbà pé mi mọ̀ pé ń pẹran lórí social media ọ̀tọ́ fẹ́ fi ṣètùtù o ṣé fún kọ́ lè ṣí gbòwó lẹ̀ ni àbí kí wọ́n lè ṣí àwọn tó kó yé mi.
bàbá conscience wọn dà ń pé Chief Sunday Igboho wà ní nǹkan detain wọn as in conscience àwọn conscience wọn dà àwa wà lẹ́yìn yín o. Tí bàbá Akintoye bá wà lórí show bàbá Maiyegun ló lè ṣe. This is not the matter of pé bóyá bí ẹnìkan fẹ́ gba ife pé ẹnìkan no. Ẹni tó ń jà fún ìlú á ti jìyà tó náà. Bàbá àwọn Jew wọ́n ní pé àwọn outsider àwọn ló dáwó tó fi táwọn náà fi gbòmìnira nínú history tá à ń gbọ́.
No, but she really knew historically. You see, all the places, right? Even when Awolowo came to the UK and he started Egbe Omo Oduduwa, yeah? What they were doing is that they were organizing dinner in London. Lancaster House, I begin to come in London, right? They will organize dinners, right? All the Yorubas, friends of Yorubas, merchants, business, all of them, they will bring them in. From their school and everybody, they will donate money. Now that money, they will package and take to Nigeria. Part of it,
please. In the UK, àwọn Asia, àwọn Asia àwọn packing yẹn, àní wọ́n wá ń gbà àjọ ní every week, wọ́n wá ń kọlẹ̀kùn.
Kò sí rọ́mbẹ̀.
Ìkọ̀kan ni wọ́n wá ń gbowó àjọ. Àti wọ́n ní kò sí benefit tó wà ń lu yìí. Pápápá Bìtìkó ti dá wọn lóhùn. Ó ń ṣe wípé bóyá wọ́n bàbá kí ló ṣàwà dúdú ni àbáwá Yorùbá because èmi ń pera mi ní Nàìjíríà mọ̀ àti àwa Yorùbá àbí ká máa ṣàkọsíra wa ní pé ká máa bùgá àwọn bàbá òṣì náà wọn tó máa wọ polo sọ́mà tí ń bọ̀ sọ́mà wọ polo ọmọ máa fi kùn sókè.
Wọ́n wá wọ àwọn ṣé dírọ́sì ni àbí kí la máa pa àwọn kíní ṣòkòtò látọ̀ máa wọ̀ yẹn.
Exactly.
Àwa èmi inú àwa dé grandpa's àti kí lè máa ń pè yẹn náà Panama. Wọ́n á máa gba ẹgbẹ́ connection kákàkiri opinion.
Àwàlẹ́ bàbá ẹ máa bá ṣe lọ.
Ẹ̀rù bà mí o.
Àwàlẹ́ yìí ẹ máa bá ṣe lọ.
Ẹ̀rù bà mí o. My brother, God bless you. Thank you so much for your time tonight. So I am going to possibly have another session tomorrow. Maybe I can, I just thought I should say something about this Yoruba Rescue Fund. Not that have finalized how it's going to be, okay? I have so many people who have sent me email. I've got, not so many people. I've got 2 people who have emailed me, and they are interested in the idea that I have for setting up this Yoruba Rescue Fund. And I've told you, I said, listen, this is about Yoruba nation. What I want to build for us, what I'm going to work with other people to build. During got a fair share, right? Got to share transfer. Share understanding. Got to check pé tí Maiyegun oba simbem, right? Structure tí Maiyegun fẹ́ build sílẹ̀ yẹn. Agbọ́n má gbẹ tí ò ní hand ni, right? So anybody tí system yẹn tí gbogbo ayé náà because Yorùbá ṣì ni mi tí mi bá tẹ̀ sí in charge ẹ̀ mọ́ lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Tí bá máa hand over, easy láti hand over fellow me. Do you understand that now? That is the kind of thing Simofeka build. And I've spoken with a few, and I have some other people I have to reply. I actually have 2 of them in my email right now that are expecting me to give them a call. They are Yorubas, and one is not Yoruba. And these are people who feel like, we can give you that technology you want. Technology to help you harness this opportunity, build and grow it, and utilize that fund for the betterment of the Yoruba people. There's a lot that this can do. So make anybody, come along your calculator, but your calculator lórí legal aid it raise. Legal aid it raise. Ó dàbí bank ni. Tí n bá ti ná nínú ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn mọ iye tó kù ńbẹ̀. Ṣé you get me now? Àwọn èèyàn mọ iye tó kù ńbẹ̀ tá ná kù sí yẹn, right? Tí n bá ti ná anything nínú ẹ̀ again, àwọn èèyàn máa mọ̀ pé mo ti ná nínú ẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ láti san nǹkan tí mo fi ṣe. So ẹ ní láti lọ máa yọ calculator tí pé wọ́n ná raise owó níbi kó ti yẹn sìn. A lọ yọ calculator. Ṣé kò yẹ kó fún wa lóye báyìí nínú ẹ̀? Ẹ pé náà kẹ́ni kó fún wa lóye báyìí ń bẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin dẹ́ bá wa raise owó ní kí n fún yín lóye báyìí ń bò. Rápòrí yín ti gbálẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wo àwọn owó backyard kìíní yẹn. So I'm a difficult person to deal with when it comes to that pattern. And I'm also very, very easy to deal with if your reasons for asking me for anything is genuine, okay? So our effort is intervention, and it is not a competition, okay? Nobody is collecting any trophy in this case. So do your part, I'll do mine. Let everybody do theirs, right? If it's genuinely for the Yoruba nation, right? Then you shouldn't be worried about who is with you or who is in your group or your camp or not your camp. If you're one problem, you know what I mean? Pressure on forward. Don't understand. I've told them, Baba go on top of Maiyegun on le wa ba mi. Take the pressure off you. It's so sick. Say and fight for Yoruba nation, and you are pressurizing all those old men. What time I'm about to phone? La baba yẹn máa tún yọ ọ́nú ẹ̀ tó máa tún fún àwọn ẹni tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí o. Ọ̀tọ́ bá ṣe jùjùjù á dárúkọ wọn àtàwọn tó ń enable wọn. All this nonsense, I just hope it won't get there. So again, when we get to the point where we can indeed, bring the fund and the platform for it onto the public, rather, sure, you will be one of the first to know. And then the fundraiser that we are having, the legal aid, somehow many of you have stopped donating there. Well, I saw a few people who stopped by today, and they dropped in £5, £10. Our plan was never to stop raising that fund until we get to that 50,000, right? So I'm saying it to you now. I haven't shut it down, but if you want me to shut it down, I can wake up tomorrow and shut down fundraiser down. Do the account on wherever they give back to us and how much they have deducted on their own parts as their own whatever charges they call it, right? So once we do the account, then we can close it. So if you want me to close the fundraiser, this legal aid, which you told me not to, but if you want us to do it, we can do it, okay? It is still there, it is still open, and we haven't really met our target. We've crossed the 30 grand, and yeah, that is pretty much like us at 55 or 60% of our fundraiser. There's so much planned for that money, there's so much targeted for it, and in fact, it is always better if we have that savings. Kind of. If you don't feel that same way anymore, I will shut it down. Maybe this weekend, if we feel so, or maybe I will do a program on it as well, and we'll do something about that. But it is currently stagnant, just still. However, I'm going to continue to speak more on these funds when the time comes until we come fully into the public with it, okay? Thank you so much for your time. Like the broadcast, share it, subscribe onto Maiyegun's Diary Political if you haven't already done that. And I'm going to see you some other time. So from here, good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.